Now, I'm going to tell you what I think is the best magazine on the market for the money. Okay, I'm sure this will start an argument. Feel free to share anything you want to share about something additional, but I'm going to talk about the best AR15 and AR10 mags for the money. And I've only got 3 brands out here today, and I've got 3 brands because one of them is probably the most popular magazine ever sold, and I will tell you, I think they're good magazines, but there's a couple caveats there. I'm going to start at the low end, and I listen, when these first came out, I really liked these magazines, but I'm going to talk with you about a couple of things. If you're new to AR, the AR platform, or you're new to looking at certain things about a magazine that you may want to just consider if you're buying one. They make a lot of steel aluminum magazines out there. They have the single follower up here, so if you push your finger on one side, you can literally take this whole follower, it'll turn sideways, your spring will kind of get stuck, and your follower won't come back out. Any magazine that you can push on that thing and it turns sideways, you do not want. Throw it away, chunk it. If you can use it for a training magazine, it's okay, but it just means it's not gonna always continue to follow your ammo up. But this is the Amend 2, and I really liked these when they first came out. Sometimes you have to wear things or use things for years before you figure out that they're really not what you want to use for a duty weapon. And I'm going to talk today, about these 3 magazines, saying they're not fine for the range, they're not fine for training, they're not fine for using, because sometimes you want stuff that's going to malfunction. But what I've found about the Amend 2 magazines, especially if you leave them loaded. Now, I personally don't load all 30 rounds in a 30-round magazine. I leave 1 out. Some people leave 2 out. That's one of those arguments people have. You should only leave 28 rounds in. No, you can put 30 in there. But I will tell you this. If you take any magazine and you leave them compressed and you leave them loaded, you leave them in a closet for 2 or 3 years, you are going to have some malfunctions because that spring is going to get depressed. But what else I've noticed about these Amend 2s is on the very top here, and I'm going to see if I'll see if I can do a close-up on this. If you can barely see that flexing when I push it, what I've noticed about these magazines, if they stay loaded for any period of time, the top will ultimately flex out. Like the top of this will flex. It won't fit directly in your mag well very well, and then you'll have a problem getting it in. You'll have a problem with misfeeds up top. You can use these, and they're fine for training. I would never suggest leaving them loaded. If you don't ever, leave them loaded for more than 6 months, it's a fine magazine. This is the one that everybody, they may not have the window in it, but this is a Pro Mag. Very similar. The follower's great. A little bit smoother than this Amend 2. I mean, you can tell it's made to be a little slicker. Pro Mag's been the standard in these polymer mags for a very, very, very long time. Again, you can run 30. You can hold 30 rounds in these things. I don't put 30 rounds in them. I'm going to run probably 29. This is another one, and I'll show it to you. I'll try to hold real still so you can see it. I'll zoom in. But these will flex also. I found exactly the same thing with these P-Mags over time. If you leave them loaded up, man, they're going to flex out on you, and the spring is going to get depressed. But listen, they have a great follower. If you do what you're supposed to do and you put these things away, you store them without being loaded, you're not going to have a problem with either one of these magazines. But they're not to stay loaded. Now, I'm going to tell you what I think is the best magazine on the market for the money. This is an AR10. This is an AR15. Same thing here. The followers are great. It's real smooth like the P-Mag is. It's not like, the Amend is a little, it's obvious it's not made quite with the quality control that these are. They're both very, very smooth, and they come up and down. The followers on both of them are good. But here's the main thing that's different about these, and you can probably see them right off the bat. The very top edge of this, all the way around the top of both the AR-10 and the AR-15, there's metal up here. So that opportunity for this thing to flex over the period of time where it'll get caught in your mag well, or you'll have a problem with maybe some feeding issues because it's stuck, or you can't drop your mag when it's empty because it's flexed up top or it's swollen up top and it won't come out. You don't have that problem with these. These Lancers are not expensive. You know, we retail them. It looks like right now they're $22. Sometimes they're less. They're on sale. You know, these are Men 2s. They're $16.99. I'm sorry, that was the AR10 I told you. No, $16.99 on the Men 2s when they're not on sale. That's full price. You know, this Lancer, that's not the right price on this one. So, oh, that is for the AR10. So the AR15s, $22 without being on sale. I'm just telling you, they're made so well. Yes, the bottom is polymer, but if you're looking for a great mag, Lancer makes incredible magazines. They don't rape you on price. The followers are good. They're not going to flex. I still don't recommend you leave them loaded. I mean, I know this is an argument people have had forever. I'm not going to put any more than 29 rounds in mine. I'm not going to put 30 rounds in it. Really, maybe 28. But the truth of the matter is, storage is important. Not keeping your spring depressed, in my opinion, is very important. And for the money, the Lancer really outperforms both the Men 2 and quite honestly, I mean, you know, we've all liked PMags, but I will not have it as my main duty magazine anymore. Lancer, love them. Great product.